The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What you're here are about to witness the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this queen. Representing
From west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate the crack.
Ain't nobody
it is phenomenal.
Like the queen.
Right here.
who the world is. So much drama.
From yo block to yo block, I heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is. So much
Again and again. Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters
Scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Game Shoes of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing
Oh, Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. We good to go? How you feeling? All right, then. So it's Tuesday, Advice Hour, the hour of truth, the usual shenanigans. I think we have a guest coming in today. God, I forgot what Nicole said. I think she said Melba Moore is coming through. Yes, Melba Moore. Well, she's a friend of the show. Just be easy, okay? All right. Of course, today is the release of Mariah Carey's Emancipation of Mimi. We'll be celebrating all day long here on the flagship station, WBLS. Everybody else, the other radio stations, you all will be playing the hits as usual. Today, we're going to talk about Michael Jackson, Jamie Foxx. I've got a couple of NBA scandals to share with you. We'll talk about Foxy Brown. And I got a question for you. What do Star Jones, Reynolds, and Al Reynolds, and LL Cool J, and Katie Holmes, and David Duchovny, and Christina Applegate, and a smattering of other people have in common? Well, I'll give you the answer in just a few moments. In the meantime, look, it is what it is. This is the Wendy Williams Experience. Thanks, everybody.
Mr. Engineer, please, some music. Would you give us a record, por favor?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hello. And how are you? Fabulous, I'm sure. You always did have a way of keeping yourself together, juggling all the balls in the air at the same time. How do you do that? You're just fabulous, you are. Well, everybody, welcome to the show. Glad to be here. I had a nice time in Los Angeles. I hosted a great party. And as you know, I took off yesterday. Hope you enjoyed the Best Of show. Trev Hollywood, thanks for putting that together. Artie, life of the party. Thanks for producing and helping me execute while I'm not here. But I didn't have the whole day off yesterday. Like, the weird thing is that because my plane landed in the middle of the afternoon, which would have been the middle of the show, except in L.A., where that's the middle of the night. How you guys doing? So, but I did work the red carpet last night for VH1 Save the Music. And what all those people have in common that I named was I ran into all of them on the red carpet. And can I just tell you something that Dave Duchovny just gave? I really like him. I like him a lot. And I talked to Christina Applegate about Brad and Jen, and she can't pick sides. She was like, I'm friends with both of them. I'm not a part of it. She's friends with Angelina Jolie. And she's friends with Jennifer Aniston and Brad and, like that. She's cute. I like her also. You know what? She was performing in New York, as a matter of fact. The play is called Sweet Charity. And the ticket sales were really poor. Christina Applegate, you know her, married with children. Anyway, so they put it out there that they were canceling the show because of poor ticket sales. But it's actually returning to Broadway. So somehow the ticket sales, I guess, picked up or whatever, or maybe, she pled her case. And so it's going to start again on Broadway with Christina April 18th. And so, May 4th. May 4th. So, congratulations on that, Christina. But the most interesting red carpet run-in. I mean, I saw LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying, LL? You really do a lot of protesting. It's not like I'm going to ask you on the red carpet, are you a homo? I mean, please. I have more range than that. I mean, what we laugh about on the radio and what actually will fall out of my mouth when I'm talking to you are two different damn things. I wasn't going to ask you about your plastic surgery because as far as I'm concerned, that case is closed. You are the GOAT, regardless of what you do to me or don't do. You're the greatest of all time. You've gone from rap to acting, grown man, no criminal records. You stayed with your wife. You got your kids within your marriage. You know what I'm saying? You're the GOAT. And I can look at that and I can honestly say that this Negro walked right past me last night. Okay, fine. I guess he thought I was going to say, Al, how you doing? I didn't even do any of that. You know what I mean? Because as far as I'm concerned, what we joke about here on the show is case closed. If you think that I'm running into people on the red carpet talking about, hey, Miss Honey, you know what I'm saying? Then you got it pegged wrong. I do the jokes here on the show, and then I deal with the business on the red carpet. Then I come back to the show. We talk about the business and the jokes. But LL with his plastic self switching past me like he was gonna, all right, go, switch on. But let me just tell you who gave me great talk. Shout out to Al Reynolds. Al, I love you. And any day now any year that you ever want to come on this show or need to call in a special favor, you got that, bro. Start. Let me tell you about Al. Okay, so here comes Star Jones down the red carpet, right? And I see her name on the RSVP. Now, mind you, all that I'm talking about, you're going to see on the next Wendy Williams on Fire on VH1. We're not going to edit it out. Okay, so I see that Star and Al's name is on, for the red carpet walk, you know what I mean? And so this is a really fabulous red carpet. I mean, I wax poetic with Natalie Cole about the Gastineau girls. Are they real socialites? Because did you see the episodes of the girls when it was the Denise Rich's New Year's Eve party and Natalie Cole's talking to these two broads? They are not socialites, the Gastineaus. If they didn't have that VH1 camera or, E! Entertainment camera, they're nobody. She's a hooker who married a football player like the rest of the hookers who do that. I mean, it's not like she Kimora Lee Simmonsed out on him and became her own woman. Hey, Kimora. You understand? Kimora is separate from Russell. She deserves her separate praise. Hooker just luxuriates off the money, and Hooker girl, the daughter, is old enough. There's no more of that. So how they get in on things, I don't know. I guess with the cameras, they are not real socialites. So I got to the bottom of that with Natalie Cole. She was fabulous. She reminds me of my big sister Wanda so much. I told her that on the red carpet. Just unforgettable. Denise Rich, the songwriter. Hi, Denise. Do you ever meet white people? Shout out to all the white people listening. This is just me talking. This is just me talking. Do you ever meet white people who are so condescending to the black experience that they feel as though they have to black out in order to relate to you? Okay. Why is this old wrinkled prune leaning back, talking about she takes hip-hop dance classes? Okay. And she's leaning back. Now, mind you, to my best recollection, I did not join in because I wanted her to look like the only idiot standing there leaning back. You know what I mean? Why does she look like the wrinkled prune who does Cabana Talk on Mad TV? Oh, no. Okay, moving on. So here comes this well-appointed black woman with tightly snatched hair and a bun off to the side. It's Star Jones. Looking wonderful. No! Well, in my mind, there was drama. But she was looking wonderful. Face beat. She had on a white pantsuit. She looked great. Al had on Gucci loafers, and I wanted to ask him to raise his pant leg just to see if he's wearing with socks or without. Because, they say without the socks is homo, with the socks is okay. All right, you're heterosexual. Not okay like hetero's okay, but okay like I'm making a... Anyway, look, don't get me caught up in semantics. So Star, I see her people whisper to her, and my VH1 people, shout out to Wax and shout out to Hanky, shout out to everybody who's with me. So, we've been working together now for almost 2 years. So they already know, look, I'm not going to look. As a matter of fact, I turned my back. Steve Lindsay had my hair all twisted out and stuff, so I look like somebody. I'm not from the back because it's all the way down to my waist, and I had on a trench coat and it was pulled really tight like Jessica Rabbity. It might not transcend on TV, but I felt beautiful anyway. So I turn with my back to them, right? So so they can't see my face. But my VH1 squad, right, they're watching down the red carpet, and they see the mouths moving. Star's people telling her Wendy Williams is down there. So I'm like, oh boy, okay. Star's taking her time talking to everybody. So she's like 2 interviews down from me, and I'm standing. At this point, I turn around, and I'm standing, waiting patiently for Star. So clearly she's not going to talk to me. And I say, F it. Let me talk to Al. So I asked my VH1 people for a little bit more slack in the cord because I had to travel over there. And I saddle up to Al. Well, Al, honey, you were the cutest thing. You coiled like a 5-year-old who's about to get his TV removed from his room and his PSP taken back. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And you'll see it. He was just so cute, but so obedient, but he disobeyed by talking to Wendy Williams on fire. And I asked him, I understand you quit your job down on Wall Street, so now what are you going to do? Just lay up in the cut and, whatnot. I told him, I said, you look very nice. He's a really, you all, damn you. We do so much talking on the show. When I actually got up and was talking to Al and stuff, he was like, I can't do this. But he didn't say it all gangster-like and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stick a mic in my husband's face. What? You will get it immediately. But Al was like an obedient 5-year-old. He looked over at Star, and Star hadn't turned around yet. Then Star turned around and cut him the eye. And so he was like, I can't talk. I said, oh, but Al, you've got to talk. I said, you're on the red carpet. And, I forgot all what transpired. I can't wait to see the Wendy Williams on fire myself to see how that turned out. But he talked. And needless to say, I'm sure she pinched the hell out of his leg when they were sitting down at the Save the Music VH1. And he probably got his TV and PSP removed. And he probably is not allowed to use the phone privileges for another 30 days. But you know what, Al? I like you. I like you, Al. I like him. Yeah. It is what it is. We've established that. That aside, I like you, Al. And every time I see you, I'm going to approach you. With a mic or without, I like you. Al Reynolds. Shout out to you.
How you doing?
No, Al, I don't even know how to press the buttons. That wasn't even me. But all I'm saying is that, you know what? Al, you doing? I like you a lot. All right, you guys, Emancipation of Mimi is in stores today. We will be talking about Mariah Carey, Foxy Brown. Oh, I got some good NBA scandal to tell you right from a baller's mouth. I got it when I was in L.A. Keep it here.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegel. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Please drink responsibly.
Okay, everybody. It's 107.5 WBLS, today's R&B and Classic Soul, and featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. And today we're celebrating Mariah Carey just because I like her. We didn't take a vote or anything like that, but you know what? We've got the One CD. And if you purchased Mimi's One CD when it first came out, then you know everything on there is ones. One hit, number one. I'm going to play Dream Lover and all that crap. The stuff from the Emancipation of Mimi, well, we got the single. You're going to have to pick up her CD to really delve into it. But really, I'm just celebrating the voice. The voice is back. With a whole new look, I might add. I didn't see Mariah this morning on Good Morning America. Did you guys say? Was she good? Did she sing her behind off? Was the lighting correct? She is about her lighting. Mariah's denying reports that she takes the steps. We'll talk about that later on in the show. I had such a good time on Friday night. I was in Mount Vernon again for the WBLS live broadcast. It's at a place called Lounge 42, 42 West Broad Street. It's a WBLS live broadcast. I went the first week. I didn't go the second week, but last week was the third week, and I went, and I'm going to be back on Friday, definitely. The crowd is grown and sexy. We have such a good time. It's called Hard Bottom Fridays. Men, we mainly have to title it that just so that you all understand no sneakers allowed. And it's a really just good crowd of working people who have jobs, people who take their responsibilities serious, but just want to, drink a little Patron and get their groove on. And shout out to the legendary Brucey B. He was on the music. Brucey, are you coming back on Friday? I don't know what that's all about, whether you're coming back or not, but I do know that I'll be back. All right, let me give you the address of Lounge 42. Everybody in Jersey, don't get nervous about, I know that there's a lot of people in Jersey who like to party in Manhattan, but you might not really party like in boroughs and stuff. Like if there's a party in Brooklyn, I know Mount Vernon's not a borough, but for all intents, it's a borough to me, okay? Listen, if you could just come over the George Washington Bridge, and what do you hit? The Cross Bronx?
Cross County.
No, but when you come over the bridge.
Oh, Cross Bronx to...
the Major Deegan?
Major Deegan.
To the Cross County.
Cross County, yeah.
But everything is like quick driving, like 2 miles on the Cross Bronx, 2 miles on the Cross Major Deacon, and then, a couple miles on the Cross County. You're there really quick. It's not a big hike, Mount Vernon. 42 West Broad Street. It's the home of the WBLS live broadcast. The place is called Lounge 42. Ladies, 23 and older. Gentlemen, 25 and older. If you are tired of partying with the same people, looking in the same damn faces, and you want to party someplace new, I encourage everybody to come out, and I'll see you on Friday night. I'll be there hosting the BLS live broadcast. Exit 7 off the Cross County Parkway. And when I say right off the exit, I mean right off the exit. And then on Saturday, you can turn around if you'd like and join David Levy. He does the Caribbean Bliss Saturdays at Lounge 42. So it's a whole lot of fun. I mean, we have fun doing it. I had fun doing the broadcast, have fun having my drinks and seeing you all have a good time and whatnot. And, just a lot of fun. Tomorrow's the comedy at the Laugh Factory. I am loving this weather today. It's so beautiful out, isn't it? I mean that about Al. Like, I know we talk crusty and everything like that, but you know what, Al? You're all right with me. Because you could have acted a whole different way, although we would have caught it on camera, and we would have definitely played it, and the whole world would have seen you show out, or whoever watches the show. But you played, as far as I'm concerned, you played it right. See, my thing about Star is if Star doesn't want you to talk, although, you know what? I was getting ready to say, if Star doesn't want you to talk to paparazzi, then she shouldn't have you on the red carpet. But you know what the weird thing is? All the paparazzi was talking to Star, and I was the odd man out. So I had to figure out how I was going to get into the Jones-Reynolds hookup some way. So I just, put some more slack in my microphone cord. I guess they didn't think I had all the slack, but fortunately over at VH1 they give me like 25 feet of mic slack, so I'm able to don't try to run from me, I'll run after your ass, you know what I mean? So I loosened up the slack and I went to talk to Al, and Al, just from our few minutes of talking, I said, you know what, Al, it is clear to me you like the spotlight, and if Star would have let you would have talked more and been more open and more forthright. No, Al loves his new positioning. If he could just use it more, you know what I mean? I just saw him standing there. He saw me. I said, hi, Al. He's like, how you doing? I think we shook hands and everything. Oh, it was just all a blur. Because once Denise Rich started leaning back, I was like, what? What? Anyway, everybody, Melba Moore's coming in today. She's got a new project that she's working on, so we're going to be talking about that with Melba Moore. And there's certain things about Melba Moore that are already established, if you know what I'm saying. So don't look for certain things to be repeated, because that's already... Yeah, exactly. Just we're going to leave that alone while she comes in, okay? All right, you all. Well, I guess we can move on. We got some more Mimi music coming up, a few more commercials, and then back to the chit chats. Today's R&B Classic Soul and the Wendy Williams Experience right here on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Dear Wendy, I faxed you yesterday, and I think you ignore me. It's not fair to the fans of the show to keep us in the dark. Where's Dave? If you can't go into detail, then at least let us know if he's ever coming back. It is a love affair no longer. You know, I'm trying to be respectful of that man's situation. Dave is not coming back. Dave has left the building. That's it. It's a wrap. So enjoy your little best of rewinds, because we're not going to pull them, because he did give us, you know, some great funny moments, you know. But the show will press on, and you know, Dave is not here anymore.
Wow.
That's all I can say. Right, Hollywood?
Put that where? Back there.
We got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
You are so over the top that there's certain regular things that I can't picture you doing.
But that's the thing. This is a moment, though. We have to have them. I'm festive. That's the thing. So we have to have the cheers. Let me just teach you my cheers. Here's how it goes. You have to put your pinky out like that. So you go 1, 2, with your pinky like this, like that, and then this.
Oh, okay. Wait, we
can't see that on the air. It's just the girly little. It's the clink.
You gotta bounce to this like this.
1 R's and 2 there. That's the way that goes.
That's right. And I co-sign all of it.
All right. Are you with me, squad?
Yep.
Yeah. Who want to fight? Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Shout out to Eson out in Los Angeles. Thank you so much for turning us on. Hey, you guys, did you hear? Alfre Woodard is going to be joining the cast of Wisteria Lane. Exactly. Is she going to be having an affair with somebody? I mean, when I look at Alfre Woodard, I look at a good actress, but not a hot chick to be on Wisteria Lane. Please don't take that as a diss, but I'm just saying there's some women who, you know, visually... And that's when I think about Wisteria Lane. Oh, I know the one with all the kids is not, you know, a MILF. And, you know, not everybody on Wisteria Lane's a MILF. But we already know those characters. It's like, to me, oh, well, we'll have to see. I need more information on it. I mean, we'll talk about it, you know, later on in the show and whatnot. Okay, so I want to shout out to Lamar Odom, who he's a friend to the show. You know, he plays for the Lakers now, and he's a friend to the show. He's been here to interview before. So I was in the Fox Hill Mall in Los Angeles, and Lamar's in there in a store called Men's Land. Shout out to everybody, you know, who knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody at Men's Land. So Lamar, you know what? You're a stand-up guy, and that's all I'm going to say. He was in there with his son, and just a very nice man. Now, at the party that I hosted, I ran into this guy. Do you know people who follow the NBA? A ball player who used to play for the Clippers. His name is Olden Poliniste. Do you know that name, or are you just thumbing me up? Okay. So Olden, I guess, you know, he had to just wait a moment and try to, you know, figure out the situation, because we were probably the tallest people in the party. You know me. That was like 6, 7 party night, Sunday night at Forbidden City. That was where the party was. So Alden's like coming over to me, and he starts talking to me about how, you know what, Wendy, you really need to get more in depth when you talk about some of these hookers out here and what they put some of us ball players through. Well, he doesn't play anymore, but he did play. And of course, you know, once you're in, you know what's really good. He told me 2 songs that just had me choking. 2 stories. One of them was about, speaking of choking, one of his ball mates. Well, this hoe was giving him a professional, and he splashed off in her mouth. She held it in her mouth, dumped it in a baggie, got a turkey baster, inserted herself. Bitch became pregnant.
Wow.
And child support is child support, no matter how you got pregnant. I mean, just, you know, ladies who aren't respectful and you do things like that. That's a good one. That's a good one, you tricks. You need to remember that one. I didn't even think that can work. It's sperm survive through all the saliva in the mouths and everything like that. Then what do? I guess you do a full-blown Jack LaLanne for all the old crows. You know what I'm talking about. Remember when Jack LaLanne used to roll up on his shoulders, feet up in the air? You know, and then just, you know, drop everything in there, insert like a tampon, I guess the turkey baster from Sunday dinner. You know what I mean? And then probably stay up there for a moment. Like if I was going to do something like that and I was a trick that didn't have a skill, because there are plenty of them out there, you know what I'm saying? You probably just lean your legs against the wall and stay up like that. I'd stay for a good half hour, 45 minutes, make sure everything sticks. And she got her money. I mean, I know the players are no better, but the trick game has really just, improved as far as poetry goes. Check out this one, okay? You want to hear a better one? So here I am, I'm having my drinks. Olden Polonese, just laying it down. I'm like, oh, shut up. Then he caught me with another story. So he told me, I forgot what player he said this was. I'm sorry, you all. I just wasn't expecting, down lows. I'm hosting a party. So Olden goes on and he's telling me about, there was an NBA player. And he had some sort of date with some woman. And it was a setup. The woman slips the NBA player the date rape drug or the Mickey or whatever, makes him pass out, calls her real boyfriend over to the house. Because, a lot of times there is always a real boyfriend in the cut when you're trying to set up a player. The real boyfriend comes over, throws his Johnson in NBA player's mouth. Ho is clicking it up with the pictures. $500,000. Or we go public. Now, mind you, the boyfriend's face was not in the picture. So, therefore, it's just the NBA player with a Richard in his mouth. I mean, as trickery and treachery goes.
That's a good hustle.
That's a good one, man. Oh, man, that's a good hustle. Take notes, hoes.
Where can I find a date rape drug?
That's what I'm saying. Wow. So, $500,000, right? Player gives it up. A few months later, they come back, the same, two hustlers come back with the same picture talking about, look, we went through that money, we want more. The player ended up going to the NBA Players Union or to the team or whatnot, and it was discovered that, okay, there's blackmail. I guess he, taped phone calls and whatnot and blackmail, and, I guess it was all handled. Isn't that crazy? Shout out to Olin Polonese. Hey, Olden. I love your stories. Did I shout out to Al Reynolds yet? Hi, Al. You guys, Microsoft is, for all you game people who think, you're so all this and that, if you happen to have gotten the PSP. Well, Microsoft is now planning to unveil its next generation of Xbox video game on May 12th. So if you just can't stand it anymore, look out. Billy Joel is checked out and Whitney Houston is still in. Hey, Whitney. You don't have to write me a note. I know a PSP. Portable, the PlayStation Portable. I mean, I know what that is. You don't know how portable they are. My son has never been to a nail salon because, I could never figure out how to tame the beast while I'm getting done. He went for the first time on Saturday, and he sat there with that PSP and it's like a sedative. It is the best thing. It is the best thing. I went to the Bloomingdale's. I said, you sit right there, and I'm watching him the whole time, but he's got this, and I made sure, because the Saturday excursion, I charged it good on Friday night. It was like a sedative. The best thing ever. It beats books. It beats cars. It beats Thomas the Trains. It beats all that stuff. They play it. Best.
Until the girls come along.
Well, you know what? Until the girls come along, then, well, that's a whole nother thing. I have to explain to him about, roofies and plastic bags and turkey basters and holes and pins and it's all too much. Jeez Louise. All right, you guys, look. Advice hour is coming up next hour. I'm going to the telephone. Telephone number here is 866-GET-WENDY. If you got a little snafu going on in your life, I'm a crazy woman of a certain age. And look, at least I can give you my opinion. I'm always good for that, right? Thanks. Keep it here.
Wendy, man.
So, Whitney, is there drug use at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child. Don't ask me like I'm a child, because I'm not a child, Wendy.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm.